It won't just be players on the move this summer, with at least 3 of the biggest jobs in world football already available, and plenty more likely to come up for grabs. This could be the greatest managerial merry-go-round in recent history. Sun Sport looks at the clubs who could have a new man at the helm by August, and the likely runners and riders.
Liverpool Jurgen Klopp's pre-announcement of his intention to leave Anfield at the end of the season set the hairs running. No wonder that former Reds midfielder Xabi Alonso, on course to guide Bayer Leverkusen to the first Bundesliga triumph in their history, was the initial favourite.
Alonso would tick the emotional boxes as well. But the Spaniard knows he is a man in demand, in England, Germany and his home country. Read more in FOOTBALLICON. Gone Germany star Andreas Bremer, who scored winner in 1990 World Cup final, dies at 6:03 POWER up. Get £40 in free football bet builder bets when you stake £10 with Paddy Power. The one-time Real Madrid star can have his pick of the available jobs, and if he opts not to go to Liverpool, where would the Reds turn? Julian Nagelsmann's short-term contract with Germany is up after Euro 2024 and he is a live contender.
Klopp's managerial record. The story so far. Mainz, February 1 to June 8, P270W109D78 L83. Borussia Dortmund, July 8 to June 15, P319W180D69 L70. Liverpool, October 15 present, P471W287D105 L79. So too is Brighton's Roberto De Zerbi, although he has alienated a lot of Prem officials with his Seagulls touchline antics. There has even been talk of self-confessed childhood Liverpool fan Ange Postecoglou, but it is unlikely the Aussie would really want to leave Spurs after 12 months, and even more unlikely that Daniel Levy would not make any deal almost impossible.
Most read in football. KANUC, Kanye West and wife in stands for Inter vs Atletico as Ultras star in new track, NORRWO. Norrington Davies out for season after injury at Luton with Euro 2024 at risk. Camp Nou Barcelona crisis as they are forced into fire sale and face European ban. ORROR injury. Crystal Palace, U21 game abandoned as defender rushed to hospital after injury. How to get free bets on football. Barcelona, when even a club legend like Xavi Hernandez feels he has to get out of the Nou Camp kitchen because he cannot take the heat anymore. You do have to wonder if Barca are now a basket case. Whoever comes in will have to deal with a cash crisis that could yet see the Catalan giants banned from the Champions League next season. UEFA are still refusing to allow Barca to count the sale of future media revenues in their FFP calculations.
Xabi Alonso and De Zerbi are two names who could replace Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool in the summer. Mikel Arteta emphatically denied suggestions that he was ready to leave Arsenal for his homeland. But, in the words of a famous ex-model, he would do, wouldn't he? Win the Prem, or the Champions League. With the Gunners, and Arteta might feel he has accomplished all that is possible in N5.
However, Barca will also be looking at Alonso and De Zerbi, as well as former Bayern and Germany coach Hansi Flick. And there is at least one, potentially two, Champions League winning managers who might fancy the challenge. Xavi's managerial record. The story so far.
Al Sadd, May 19 to November 21, P102W67D17L18. Barcelona, November 21 present, P126W78D22L26, Bayern Munich. Yet another vacancy up for grabs, with it being confirmed Thomas Tuchel will leave in the summer after a horrible run of form. They trail Bayer Leverkusen by 8 points in the league and find themselves 1-0 down to Lazio in their Champions League last 16 tie, which was enough for the German giants to act.
Nagelsmann, booted out against his will last term, might be an outsider, but you cannot imagine Bayern would not try to persuade Klopp back into club management despite his insistence that he needs a year off. If they need a solution now, though, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is available at the drop of a hat and desperate to prove he is a better manager than he appeared at Manchester United.
But Bayern, of course, are best known for using their financial power to take away the best of their domestic rivals. And the best manager in the Bundesliga is clearly Alonso, a former Munich player.
Where does that leave Tuchel? Bruised, certainly, but not for too long. He would be a contender for both Liverpool and Barcelona. And perhaps elsewhere as well. Tuchel's managerial record. The story so far. Mainz, August 9 to May 14, P184W72D46L66. Borussia Dortmund, June 15 to May 17, P107W67D23L17. PSG, May 18 to December 20, P127W95D13L19. Chelsea, January 21 to September 22, P100W60D24L16. Bayern Munich, March 23 to February 24, P44W28D5L11. Manchester United. The post-Christmas resurgence has taken some of the pressure off Erik ten Hag, and there is a chance the Dutchman can convince United's new owners that he is the right man for the long term.
But United still have to play City, Liverpool and Arsenal before the end of the season, and those games could indicate the true strength of the current setup. If Ten Hag is not the right fit, then it will be a real test of Sir Jim Ratcliffe's vision for the club.
Does he want an experienced man who could just be a short-term solution? Tuchel could be the answer. But if the idea is a longer-term project manager, then thoughts would turn to Nagelsmann, De Zerbi, Graham Potter, or, especially if the Dan Ashworth issue can be resolved swiftly, Gareth Southgate.
Ten Hag's managerial record. The story so far. Go Ahead Eagles, July 12 to June 13, P39W18D11L10. Bayern Munich 2, June 13 to May 15, P72W48D10L14. Utrecht, May 15 to December 17, P111W56D26L29. Ajax, December 17 to May 22, P215W158W28L29. Man United, May 22 present, P97W59D12L26. Newcastle. There is no current threat facing Eddie Howe, even if some Toon fans are a bit frustrated by events. But if Southgate decides to walk after the Euros, the Newcastle boss would be the red-hot favourite to replace him as England manager, leaving a void.
The suspicion remains that Newcastle's Saudi owners will want a big name. They already have Roberto Mancini on their books in his role as coach of the Saudi national team. But working for a club with the potential to spend on short-term, experienced, winning players would be right up Jose Mourinho's street.
The special one would love to talk about being at a special club. Potter, though, has a point to prove and would see Newcastle as the perfect vehicle. Howe's managerial record. The story so far. Bournemouth, December 8 to January 11, P102W51D 18L33. Burnley, January 11 to October 12, P87W34D 19L34. Bournemouth, October 12 to August 20, P356W143D 77L136. Newcastle, November 21 present, P110W53D 27L30. Brighton. De Zerbi is ambitious, make no mistake about it.
Brighton has been a brilliant move for him, but he is not wedded to the South Coast, and you suspect Tony Bloom has already done plenty of succession planning. Read more. Sun STORIESCASH out. Martin Lewis warns 1.1M miss out on free £102 a week. Get on with it now. Lovin' It. McDonald's launches new range of very unusual products, and fans are obsessed. It's hard to believe that Potter could go back after the way he left, and many Seagulls fans swiftly reappraised his reign and suggested it was too cautious.
But Steve Cooper is available after being jettisoned by Nottingham Forest, and he is exactly the right sort of fit for Brighton. De Zerbi's managerial record. The story so far. Darfo Boario, November 13 to June 14, P22W5D5L12. Foggia, July 14 to August 16, P91W47D25L19. Palermo, September 16 to November 16, P13W1D3L9. Benevento, October 17 to June 18, P29W6D3L20. Sassuolo, July 18 to May 21, P120W43D36L41. Shakhtar Donetsk, May 21 to July 22, P30W20D5L5. Brighton, September 22 present, P73W35D18L20.